It's already 9:11 p.m. Kanina pa talaga ako nagda-debate if maliligo ako ngayon or tomorrow na lang. Ganun kasi yung ginagawa ko. Pag feeling ko na gusto ko matulog ng mataas-taas, konti lang naman, gabi na ako naliligo. Kasi kung maliligo ako ng morning, kailangan ko pang mag-blower ng hair ko. So, malilate na ako. Anyways, mag-film na lang tayo ngayon. This is a very long overdue na video. Like, I feel like mapapagalitan na ako ni Ses pag hindi ko pa to film ngayon. That's why, let's film it now. So, I asked Ses kasi to create a vlog na sumasagot sa mga mostly asked questions sa channel, sa Facebook page namin, sa lahat ng platforms namin in short. And ito yung first topic namin sa vlog. And I want you guys, if you're watching this, you can also click the link below para sa vlog namin for this March. So, ito yung first launching namin na vlog sa website namin. So, I want you to check out that one as well. So cute. This is the video version of it. So, anyways, let's start now. Nung I feel like nasa mga 4th year, 3rd year na ako in my freelancing, doon na nagsa-start na meron nang always nag-a-ask, hey, paano ba maka-start mag-online freelancing? Ano ba yung kailangan? Ano ba yung mga gagamitin? Paano ba yung payment? Yung mga ganun. Those are mga common and typical questions for those aspiring freelancers. And I want you guys to know that this video is really for you. So if you are an aspiring freelancer and still, even if there are a lot of videos na kahit anong platforms, mapa-Facebook man, mapa-TikTok, mapa-YouTube, ang daming mga for free na how to start when it comes to online freelancing. And because sa kadami-daming mga resources online, mas nagiging confused ka pa kung paano mag-start, then I guess this video would really help you get started. So before I'm going to deep dive kung ano talaga yung step-by-step na kailangan mong gawin in order for you to start, I want to give you a very simple definition of what is online freelancing. Yes, ano nga ba yung online freelancing? What I would say is that there are 3 keywords that you need to remember if you want to know what is online freelancing. And that is internet, service, and a client. Yes, it's a type of profession where someone or an individual na tinatawag nating freelancer, so meron kang i-offer na service kay client over the internet. So that's the simplest definition that we can give to you. Now, meron ding pros and cons when it comes to online freelancing. Doon tayo sa pros muna. Of course, you will have flexibility of time. It's because since you're a freelancer, most of the clients na makukuha mo usually is as long as magawa mo lang yung task, kahit anong oras mo siyang gawin, then you'll be good. But there are also clients din na magbibigay sa'yo ng time na gusto kang maging online siguro for a meeting or what. Especially if, let's say, ang client mo nasa US and you're doing an admin job para sa kanila, or let's say social media wherein lahat ng mga engagement nila sa social media nila need mong ma-respond during online sila. So that's the time na kailangan mong i-adjust ang time mo. But most of the time talaga, flexibility of time ang pinaka-unang pros sa pagiging freelancer. And the next thing then I would say maging pros no is yung location. Like anywhere ka pwedeng mag-work. Pwedeng nasa bed mo lang, parang feeling mo you're not feeling so well. It depends kung always ka nagko-call. Pero kung yung mga projects mo or yung mga tasks na ginagawa mo, it's more on like non-voice, then you can always work sa coffee shop, sa library, sa bahay ng kapitbahay, charot, sa bahay ng friend mo, while nagsha-shot kayo, yung gano'n, di ba? Pwedeng mag-travel ka while working. It's so doable. But if you are going to do that, always make sure na ang quality of work is good pa rin. Like, hindi maapektuhan yung quality of work mo. But ang pinaka-gusto ko talaga yung time flexibility and location. Like, kahit saan, kahit nagtra-travel ka pa, hindi mo kailangan mag-leave kasi pwedeng mag-adjust ang location and ang time as long as may internet connection and may laptop kang dala. And siguro I would say the flexibility din na maging income mo. So let's say next month meron akong travel kasi nakabook ako ng piso fare in advance. Diba yung mga piso fare advance talaga sobra. So kung alam ko na may travel na paparating, like kukuha ko ng maraming client. Pag hindi naman like tapos na yung travel, okay lang na mag-chill muna, hindi mo na kukuha ng maraming project. That's also a very big pros para sa akin na nagustuhan ko when it comes to freelancing. Like, very flexible when it comes to income. The more na I feel like need ko ng money, pwedeng akong makakuha na clients more than sa usual ko na kinukuha. So, yeah, that's that. Actually, ang dami pang mga pros. But then, hindi din mawawala yung cons, of course. And for the cons, since you're a freelancer, meaning you are an independent contractor, hindi ka employed ba? Therefore, wala yung mga benefits kung sa company ka nag-work. Like, walang pension, walang mga leave benefits na kahit naka-leave ka, paid ka, walang ganon. Hindi din sila magbabayad sa mga government contributions, yung ganon, wala ka ding mga ganon. Like, you will pay those things voluntarily. At first, hassle siya because you have to go to pag-ibig, SSS, PhilHealth. Pupuntahan mo yung mga ganon and ilagay mo doon na self-employed ka, so you have to pay all those things na ikaw lang. You have to pay it monthly. I feel like before, I'm paying it yearly. You can do that. It really depends on you kung paano mo siya i-pay. So you can pay per month, quarter, and yearly. With that being said as well, you have to pay your own tax. Then, I would really highly recommend you guys, if you are planning to parang get visa, kung may plan kayo mag-loan, yung mga ganon, it's important to have BIR tax, yung mga ganon. Kasi isa siya sa mga requirements. With that being said, okay lang ba sa'yo yung mga cons? Mas umaangat pa rin ba yung pros para sa inyo? Like, mas nagiging excited pa rin ba kayo even if meron siyang cons? If yes, then let's dive in. So, the first thing when you want to start online freelancing is you have these two things. First, laptop or desktop, and the second one, the internet connection. So, okay, dito muna tayo sa laptop or desktop. Maraming na-ask din kung pwede bang phone lang. To be honest with you guys, more than a decade kong pagiging freelancer, dalawang project lang ang nakatry ako na mag-phone lang. And I'm a social media engager to that. Like, literally, ang ginagawa ko lang doon is nag-reply ako ng comments and inbox. Yun lang. Good thing lang kasi, that client, hindi siya sa Upwork. Ang gamit namin na tracker for that is yung Buffer. So, technically, pwede lang talagang akong mag-work sa phone lang. Hindi necessary na laptop ang gagamitin kasi wala siyang screenshot. And I just have to make sure na matik kung ma-replyan yung mga messages and inbox. Yeah, yun lang. I would really say, if you want this na maging career mo talaga yung freelancing, you really have to invest laptop or desktop. Hindi necessary, guys, na sobrang pang-gaming na kind of mga laptop or desktop yung need niyo. Kasi kahit naman yung mga basic laptop, should I say, like, let's say, kahit i3, i5, yung mga ganon, pwede na din siya, 8GB RAM. Pero ito yung mga laptop na masasabi ko na pang admin kind of work. Pwede na yan siya. Yung magbabrowse ka lang, data entry, fill out the form, calendar management, email management, ganun ang mga kind of service. Like, I would say, pwede na yung i3. Pwede kayo mag-start dyan. Hindi siya ganun kamahal. I'm not sure how much na ba yung i3 na. Maglalagay kami ng link sa pwede nyo tignan ng mga kind of laptop or desktop na gusto niyo. Ikaw lang din naman kasi magsisuffer if sobrang cheap din yung bibilhin nyo. So, I would highly recommend na at least yung comfortable din na hindi din sasakit yung ulo mo kasi nagahang and naglalag na lang always. Kasi it depends kung ano yung skills mo. Kasi baka ang skills mo is pang video editing. So, may hihirapan kang mag-edit ng mga high quality na mga videos kung ang laptop mo is hindi kaya yung mga high definition ng mga videos, right? The next one is yung internet. You can always use packet Wi-Fi or mobile data if you are still starting and wala pa kayong pang internet connection talaga. Pero I guess most of us naman meron ng internet connection. When I was starting pa ng pagiging online freelancer ko, nag-ano ako ng packet Wi-Fi lang. Doon ako nag-invest nung meron na talaga akong totoong client. I mean, like, solid na client na always nabibigay ng monthly na sahod. Kasi nag-start din yung twin sister ko, I think a year after or 2 years after kong nag-online. Sinali ko yung twin sister ko sa work ko. Nag-teach na kasi ako nun sa 𝐻𝐿Health College. So, hindi ako nakafocus talaga when it comes to online. Ang full-time work ko nun is yung pagiging teacher ko. So, yung twin sister ko na ang nag-full-time as a freelancer. That time, yung client niya, siya yung sumasagot sa internet connection namin for about 2 years then. So, it really depends, guys. If makahanap kayo ng client na willing mag-pay ng internet connection niyo, then that's good. Yeah. But if not naman, it's so worth it talaga to invest. Good laptop, good internet connection. Kasi iba talaga yung nadadala na happiness sa pagkakaroon ng work from home na job. Like being very flexible when it comes to your working setup. And some of you guys are also asking if need ba talaga magkaroon ng headphones. So I would say it depends. Hindi necessary na lahat ng gustong mag-aspiring freelancer kailangan agad bumili ng headphones. No. Kung nakuha mong trabaho, mag-inbound call ka or mag-outbound call ka, then I would say it's necessary mandatory to have headphones na may noise cancellation para hindi marinig yung mga outside mga noises, mga background noises, yung mga ganon. Kasi even now, if I'm still trying to remember kung ano yung mga experiences ko before when it comes to calling with the clients, yung mga ganon, natatawa pa rin ako kasi yung house ko kasi noon before, yung nirerentahan namin, maraming chicken and maraming dogs. So, I don't know talaga na every time magko-call kami na client, like that's around 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., always talagang merong mga parang nag-aaway na chicken at mga aso, yung mga gano'n. Like, parang sabi nila, nasa farm pa daw ako. Baka gusto daw sumali ng dog sa meeting namin, yung mga gano'n. So, nakakatuwa. Pero feeling ko na ano yung boss ko. Ayun, I feel like if maraming mga background noises sa house niyo, then I think you need to buy a noise cancellation headphones. Pero I feel like merong app, Chris, kung pwede siyang maka-reduce ng noise background kung meron kang katalk online. So I think you need to try that. Pero kung admin man lang, no need. Ako, to be honest, hindi talaga ako nakabili ng headphones na may noise cancellation. Kasi mostly work ko, wala talagang calls. Like, kung pwede lang walang calls. Meron na mga akong calls, pero sa mga clients lang. Like, direct I'm reporting to my clients. Pero yung parang nag-inbound call ako and outbound, no, wala akong ganong mga calls. That's why I feel like hindi need na bumili ako ng ganon. Just really up to you. Kung meron na kayong budget, kung hindi na gipit, you can also buy that for aesthetic. Charot! The next thing that you need to do is you have to choose what service or skills to offer to your client. So if you guys are literally parang wala pa talagang idea kung ano yung service or skills na pwede mong i-offer kay client, start sa passion mo. Ano ba yung mga passion mo? Ano ba yung mga interest mo sa buhay? Yung mga hobbies mo? Mag-start ka doon kasi it would be easier for you to learn something kung mismo ikaw passionate ka sa topic na yan or sa bagay na yan. Diba? Mas magiging pump tayo when it comes to learning something na tayo din, gusto din talaga yan, di ba? Even if nag-work ka sa corporate job, alam mo, ang raming skills na pwede mong i-offer kay client online. Kung ano yung ginagawa mo sa office, like literally, pwede mo din siyang gawin online and make it a service package. Yung gano'n. So, if marunong ka mag-Excel, marunong ka mag-data entry, creating a presentation, calendar management, ano pa bang ginagawa sa office? Like, literally, kung ano yung ginagawa mo sa office, maraming task na ganyan din sa online freelancing. So, you can start from that, okay? If meron ka ding specific na skills, like let's say, if you know how to edit, kahit basic video editing, basic graphic designing, you can make that as a service sa prospect client mo. And if mahilig ka sa social media, pwede ka din mag-social media manager. So, I have a playlist for that. Charot, promote agad. Anyways, yeah, totoo yun. Kasi alam ko, ang karamihan talaga sa atin, more on into social media, diba? So, if you are handling your own social media right now, then it means you can also be a social media manager. If you are also a bookkeeper sa corporate, then you can also offer that online, diba? There are a lot of skills na siguro hindi nyo naisip na pwede siyang i-offer online. Kung nalilito pa rin talaga kayo kung ano yung skills or service na i-offer nyo, you can start by being a general virtual assistant. So if you don't know, guys, I also started a general virtual assistant. No, but before, I really started like as a graphic designer. I'm doing flops, photos, pang ads. Ang tawag nila doon yung flops. I don't know why. After that, iba na naman yung role ko sa isang client ko. Kumukuha ako ng mga leads kasi sa recruitment agency siya. And then after that, naroon naman ako nakuha social media management. So, tinuruan ako maging social media manager. So, yung tita nyo, alam na lahat ng mga basic. So, naging general virtual assistant ako. Kasi, always akong kumukuha ng mga clients. Tapos, iba't ibang task yung binibigay sa akin. Every single client. So, naging technically all around ako. And then, nag-focus ako sa kung ano ang in-demand and kung saan ako nag-i-enjoy. So, nag-i-enjoy kasi ako nun sa social media. Ayun, parang na-focus ako doon. More of my digital marketing career. Website and social media. So, if you still don't know kung ano talaga yung specific skills or service na i-offer nyo kay client, start by being a general virtual assistant para matry nyo lahat ng mga task and makapick kayo kung ano ba yung task talaga na nag-i-enjoy kayo. Kung meron na kayong na-feel na, ay, nag-i-enjoy talaga ako pag gawin ko to, then focus on that. Learn all the ins and outs of that kind of task na yan para mas ma-niche out mo siya. The more kasi expert ka sa isang niche, mas willing mag-pay si client sa'yo ng higher na pay. That's the goal talaga. Like, dapat may ma-master ka na skill or service na i-offer mo kay client. But for now, if you are still starting, again, you can try everything na gusto nyo. And the goal is kumuha ng 10 clients na kaya kahit anong project, graphics man, video, bookkeeping, lahat ng mga tasks na pwede nyong kunin, like try it. So that meron kayong basis sa pagdi-decide nyo kung ano yung niche na gusto nyo talaga i-focus, okay? With that being said, if you want to become a general virtual assistant, I have playlist sa baba. Meron akong playlist doon sa mga tasks na ginagawa sa general virtual assistant. As well as if you want to become a social media manager, meron tayong playlist dyan. And if you also want to become a bookkeeper online, meron tayong 2 videos dyan. In-interview ko dyan si Abby. You can also watch that and you can also follow her page kasi madami siyang tinuturo doon na for freelance. So you might want to join yung mga free webinars niya or meron siyang mga activities na ginagawa doon para matuto din kayo sa mga tasks niya. So the next step is building your portfolio. Yes, sa lahat ng steps na ibibigay ko sa inyo guys, this is the hard part. Kasi this is the doing part na kasi. Dito talaga kayo mag-take action. A lot of you guys are always asking, paano ba mag-create ng portfolio if you are still starting na wala pa nga kayong client? Paano ba mag-build? So I want you guys to try building your online presence. So there are a lot of ways on how to build your online presence. First, you can use social media platforms. I don't want you to create an account sa lahat ng social media platforms. I just want you to choose one platform na alam nyo yung mga prospect clients nyo andon. Most of the clients, I would say, based on my experience, nasa Facebook. Ngayon, masasabi ko na nasa TikTok na rin. YouTube is also good for organic reach and Instagram. Itong mga platforms na to, pick kayo dyan kung sa tingin nyo saan always nag-hangout ang client nyo. And then focus on that platform. Build your social media na mag-show talaga na expert kayo sa ganyang service. Yeah, like alam mo talaga yung ginagawa mo. Put your portfolio there, your rate, your bio, your photo, yung details na lang doon, optimize it like you're a freelancer. Pero, let's say if ayaw mo talaga when it comes to social media, like some of you guys, hindi maka-social media masyado. Or let's say, sige, maka-social media, pero ayaw nila na nakikita yung mukha nila. It's like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or ayaw nila na maging super visible when it comes to social media, like gusto lang ng private life, and I totally get it. So if you guys, isa kayo sa mga taong ganun, you can also build your online presence sa mga third-party platforms like Upwork, OnlineJobs.ph, Fiverr, People Per Hour, and so many pa. If you want a list of third-party platforms, then you can click the link below again. Meron tayong for free na list sa mga online third-party platforms, and nandun din yung top 5 ko na mga online third-party platforms. So masasabi ko na maraming good clients doon. Makakuha kayo ng mga clients doon. Ilagay niyo yung portfolio doon, and if you ask, so ano yung ilalagay namin as a portfolio? Hindi talaga necessary guys na kumuha kayo ng client. Kung wala talaga kayo makuha ng beta client, well, you can just start imagining sa self mo na may client ka and you're doing this work para sa kanila. And yung sample na work mo, yan ilagay mo sa portfolio. That's it. That's simple. Hindi talaga necessary na kumuha talaga ng client just to start building the portfolio, if you know what I mean. Okay? The last but not the least, I would say, is to, of course, set up your payment system. So, hindi man pwede na mag-offer na tayo ng service pero hindi tayo babayaran, guys. We have to set up our payment system. Marami ng ways ngayon para maka-pay si client sa atin. So, I would say wise.com is good. Payoneer, PayPal as well. And I think native teams also, you can also try that one. Pwede din na bank-to-bank transfer, like literally direct bank-to-bank. So, it's just really up to you and kay client kung ano yung prefer nyo na ways of paying. Kung ako yung tatanungin nyo, ako kasi yung nag-a-adjust sa gusto nila kung paano nila gusto akong pasahudan. Ang mga ways talaga nilang ina-ask if pwede ba akong ma-pay through PayPal and Wise. I think those are the 5 things that you need to set up or do in order for you to start freelancing. If you really decided na mag-start na, then after this video, I want you guys to start customizing your cover letter and resume. You can check out these videos here para easier kayong mag-follow kung paano siya gawin. And if nakaka-receive kayo guys ng mga rejection letters, please don't be discouraged. Kasi if you want to be a freelancer, like those rejections are just literally normal lang. Normal lang na sometimes hindi ka na-reply ni client. Sometimes rejection email lang yung matatanggap mo. That's totally fine because imagine especially if you're applying sa Upwork, sa onlinejobs.ph, sa Fiverr, yung mga ganun, like mga ka-competitor mo, it's not just sa the same barangay mo lang, hindi lang sa the same ka-city mo lang, hindi ganun. Like, ang kakompetensya mo is whole world. Marami talaga kayong nag-a-apply online. So, hindi mo talaga maiiwasan na ma-reject ka sa pag-a-apply mo, and that's okay. You can always try and try and try lang talaga. Don't be discouraged kasi ako nga, like literally right now, even if I'm studying, even if I have work dito sa Australia, I still do try to apply pa rin para hindi ko makalimutan kung paano mag-apply sa freelancing. Kasi ayoko talagang iwan yung buhay freelancer. Like, mas gusto ko talaga yung magkaroon ng flexibility pa rin. So, yeah, it's normal to get mga rejections. Para talaga ako, hindi ka nagkaroon ng rejection letter. Oh, sana all. Hindi, yeah. And I really hope and pray na maging okay yung online journey nyo. And if you have any stories when it comes to your online journey, kung paano kayo nag-start, kung nakakuha na ba kayo ng clients, feel free to message sa Facebook page namin or comment it below. Kasi always kaming na-motivate na makakakita ng mga comments you guys. And also, if you have a specific topic that you want us to discuss when it comes to freelancing or becoming a virtual assistant or social media manager, then feel free to drop a comment below. So yeah, I guess that's all. It's already 9:57 right now. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Ako maliligo pa para maganda yung tulog natin. So yeah, that's that. If you like this kind of video, feel free to subscribe, click the like button, follow us on our Facebook page @BossedUp PH, follow us on our Instagram accounts @BossedUp PH and @BrickSuy, and also don't forget to follow us on our LinkedIn @BrickSuy and BossedUp PH. So yeah, hope to see you on my next one. Bye!